Are you ready to make your videos sparkle and shine like never before? You want to say goodbye to boring and hello to captivating. This is where we actually help you grab the attention of your ideal audience, build trust with them, and sell more of your high ticket, low ticket offers with live videos. Many of you have told me, I don't know what my video quality is like. If you're watching live or you're watching the replay and you've actually felt I look washed out or I look like I don't know what I'm doing, I look like a newbie in my video, this video today is going to address a lot for you. I'm going to tell you the story of my client, Sarah. Sarah is one top lady in the tech world. She helps coaches and consultants, entrepreneurs create systems in their businesses. But Sarah had a frustration that each time she wants to press the record button or the go live button, she was tired of feeling washed out and looking unprofessional in her video. Despite her best effort, she couldn't seem to get the quality she wanted. And that was where I came in. Sarah didn't need to buy any new equipment. Instead, we made a few adjustments and everything changed for her. And now she has this new confidence every single time she goes live. And boy, does she shine. Every time I see her video now, I'm like, you go, girl. She looks like she knows what she's doing. She sounds very clear and she looks very professional. And it's a true reflection of her expertise and knowledge. In my industry, a lot of people will tell you that what you need to do right now, as a result of the fact that your video quality is not great, is you need to buy a new camera. You need to buy new lights in your studio. You need to buy a new microphone. Now, if you've been with me for longer than a minute, you will know that there's one thing that I always say: your message is extremely important and is much more important than the looks and feel of your videos. Now, the reason why I'm telling you about the looks and feel today is because it is also important. Because if you have a good message and your video is ugly or not representing you as the professional, you're not going to get people to take you seriously. But before I go into actually solving the problem of your videos, I want to emphasize the fact that you may not need to buy a new equipment. Like I told you about Sarah, with her case, every single time she kept thinking, I need to know what exactly is the tool that I need to buy, okay? Because then you watch videos on YouTube and somebody is going to tell you that you need the ZV-1. Some will say you need ZV-10, okay, whatever, all the cameras that are out there. I have a couple of them in my studio here, but each one of those cameras, you know, you're looking at 1,000, 1,500 and up, okay? You can even go as in shots. There are cameras that can buy a house, okay? You know, that can be down payment and even a full payment for a house. And it's just a camera. So when you start to look in the world of, I'm going to be doing my videos to grab attention of my clients online, there's a tendency for you to think that I need to actually buy the equipment that looks like what the other guru out there has, or what the person on YouTube suggested that you buy. Now, you have to realize that each person that is making suggestions on YouTube, they're creating all of that for their use, okay? And it's important for you to know that you don't need to buy anything just yet if you have a phone or you have a computer that is good enough. If your computer is good and your phone is good, you can easily start to create amazing videos that would bring you amazing clients. So you don't really need to spend thousands, okay, on equipment. That being said, I want to now tell you some of the things that you need to do, you need to pay attention to, or else your ideal clients will just scroll past your videos, okay? They wouldn't even wait to hear what you have to say. So we want to avoid that at all costs. So now the very first thing that I want you to pay attention to that a lot of people don't realize, your setup is unique to you. Your studio setup is unique to you. Now, this is the reason why every time you listen to someone that recommends another tool for you to buy, it's actually almost like a loop, because I have worked with many of my clients that, in short, many of my clients actually, but there was a particular case that she had bought some equipment. You've had this equipment you bought that somebody recommended on YouTube, and you buy it, but then you're not sure even how to set it up so that you can actually start to do the video. And the reason why I don't even like buying new equipment, especially for my coaches and consultants out there, that's not the first step that you take, is if you buy equipment, it's going to be another reason to procrastinate, and it's going to hinder you from actually going out there and being visible to your ideal clients. And anybody that has worked with me, some of you that were in the bootcamp this week actually, you know that my aim is get out there and start talking. Get out there and start talking, because the more visible you are, it doesn't matter. Just get out there, let people see you. So if you're saying, I'm going to fix the setup, I'm going to buy the equipment, and I'm going to watch another 5 hours of research on YouTube to actually get to set it up, and then eventually, it's just going to delay the conversions that are right next to you. There are many cases where you will actually do the video, and immediately after, a couple of people see it, and they take action right away, and they buy your products right away. It doesn't matter whether it's high ticket offers that you're selling or low ticket offers that you're selling. It doesn't matter. All that matters is you're ready with the message to help your audience. In the Golden Method, what we do is we go out there and we help more people. We spread the light, we shine, all right? And we help people to see that. So it's extremely important that the first thing that we need to do is not necessarily to buy new equipment, but to optimize your setup. Okay, that's the very first thing that we need to do. Because if we don't, we'll spend a lot of time wasting on YouTube trying to figure out how to set up this. Eventually, for my clients, the one that I'm talking about, it was when we got on the program, because when you join my mastermind, apart from the weekly calls, that is group, you also get one-on-one sessions once a month. And so you can actually use your one-on-one session to fix your studio, where we sit down together and assess your computer, assess the kind of tool that you have, assess the setting in your computer. Because again, sometimes you don't realize that just making some changes to your computer, your specific computer, will change the results and the quality of your video. So this is why the first thing that I want you to do is optimize your current situation, optimize your current setup. Like Sarah, what we did was, in her VIP session, in her one-on-one session, we sat down and I took over her computer and began to actually make some adjustments, right, in her computer, and make some changes in her software that she was using to record. And by the time she was done, it was beautiful. You couldn't believe that the same computer that she had before is the same one that she's using right now, right? So what I want you to pay attention to is, first, before you go out and spend thousands of dollars on new equipment, you can actually access and optimize what you already have right now. And the other thing that you also want to do is, because we're talking the sound, the light, for example, just changing the position where you're doing your recording can take your video from, let me give you an example. It can take your video from looking like this to actually looking like this. Because depending on where you're doing your recording, you may need to put some light in front of you. You may need to put the window in front of you. Just making some optimizing what you already have, both in your system setup and also in your studio setup. In my Get Clients with Videos Mastermind, we have a framework in there to actually set up your own 5-minute studio, okay? 5-minute studio, so that it doesn't take you longer than 5 minutes to get set up for any video, any recording, any live stream that you're going to do. All right. So this is it. You make sure that the quality of your video is being the best that it can be. Now, I could make recommendations right now. If I make recommendations on what you should buy, I'm going to be one of those people that I don't want to be, because again, I don't want you to buy tools that, number one, my client, she bought all these tools, she couldn't set it up months until we met, that we set it up, and I had to, because I know many of these things, I have them in my studio, right? And so setting it up took the time of her VIP session, and then adjusting things. And so it depends on what your situation is and what you already have. We need to access that and then make sure that we're getting the best quality for you. Once we already assess what you have and optimized what you have, sometimes we realize that there are some tools that you have that are wrong for the purpose, okay? And so the next thing that we do is we look at what's the budget-friendly options that you need to in your specific situation and in your specific location as well, okay? So because depending on where you are, you may have access to, some things that come from international or that comes from local. And then sometimes instead of buying it brand new, there are some equipments that you can actually buy that are maybe open box or something. But again, you have to be able to check and make sure that for real, this open box is going to really help me, okay? And sometimes this open box are still like in the thousands of dollars. So it's great to assess at the level that you're at. Most of the people that I work with that are in their emerging state, that you're still bringing in clients and you want to have recurring clients coming in, what you really need is to optimize what you have. You don't really need to worry about buying equipment right now, okay? So this is now the portion of the video that you need to make sure that you're sounding okay. If you have amazing script for your video, for those of you that were at the bootcamp on Monday, that was fantastic, and I've been seeing all the videos come up. I'm really proud of you guys. The next thing now is to be connecting with the people, all of the people that are watching you. Now, the other thing that you also need to pay attention to is the positioning of yourself in your video. And that's also ties into the optimizing of your current setup. So for example, in my office right here, you see that I'm in the middle of my frame, of my video frame. And in the video frame, I am right there, and I'm not like here, right? And I'm not like here. So you have to position yourself in such a way that it makes sense for the people that are listening to you and it's not distracting, because for example, the moment I go like so, it feels like for you feel like you need to come closer and see what's going on. Like, where are you going? You want to see what's going on, right? So that you don't want for your audience. You want them to see you clearly. You want them to see you and to know that you're the professional. You're the one that has the solution for them, right? And then obviously another thing that you can do to improve your setup is the way you show up, right? Think of your ideal client and the problem that they're having. When you go into a doctor's office, imagine you meet your doctor crying, or you meet your doctor not dressed professionally. Immediately, how do you feel? Don't you lose trust? Like, what's going on with doctor today? Am I sure I can depend on this doctor today, right? Start to look at yourself like that as well, because as an expert, you're like that to your audience. And so once they begin to see you, the quality of your video and the way you're showing up is going to determine the level of trust that they put on you. And this is why it's extremely important that, again, you optimize what you already have and look around and see which space in my studio is the best place to do these videos. So now, again, like I said, for each person, your case is different. And so if you want to schedule a session where I actually audit your studio with you, we can do that, okay? We can do that. But that already is a part of the work that we do if you're my client, okay? If you're a client and you are in the mastermind, one of your one-on-one session you can use to do your audit, and we can do that if you've not done that already. But if you are here and you don't want the coaching, you don't want the systems and everything, you just want me to audit with you, I'll be able to, just say me in the comments, and I'm going to give you a link to book one of those sessions. It's a 45-minute session where we delve into your current situation, and we assess and we optimize and we improve and tweak things for you. Now, I'd like to hear from you. What are some of the current things that you have, tools that you have in your system, in your setup, that you don't know how to fix? I'd love to know in the comments. What are some of the challenges that you're having with regards to this? Are you like my clients that felt washed out in her videos? Okay, in short, many of my clients come to me looking like that. And sometimes a little tweak on your webcam, okay? Because like, for example, for Sarah, one thing that we did was we made some changes to her webcam, and we adjusted things that the image quality was much sharper. And then maybe even sometimes on your phone, we can make some tweaks and all that. So again, because everybody's situation is different, it's important that we know exactly what it is that you can do, and you can go ahead and do it. Now, the other option for you, instead of, booking that one-on-one session that we do the 45 minutes, is you could also go on YouTube and you can learn. Usually it takes hours, okay, to do some of this setup. Or again, if you have someone in your life that understands this, you can actually get them to help you optimize as well. But I want you to know that if you need one of those one-on-one sessions, you have access to it. Just say me in the comments or send me a DM. That's fine as well. And we will, send you a link to book a VIP session, just 45 minutes, and we're going to help you. But again, if you're considering that you want to be a part of my program, my mastermind program, that you can join right now. And that already includes not just your video messaging and your structure and all that. It also includes this audit. So you get one VIP session a month, apart from the weekly group call that we do with everyone else. And then one of your VIP session, we can work on your studio and make your videos look better. Because see, if you don't make your videos look sharper, what would happen is many of your ideal clients are going to scroll past your video. They're not going to take you seriously. In short, even one of the things that I leverage a lot on is friends and family, or just Facebook friends in general. If you have a lot of friends on Facebook that are not your ideal clients, once your video message is sharp, they start to hear you and they start to help you connect with your ideal clients. They would share it to them. They would tell somebody else that they heard you say this. So now you actually begin to leverage your friends on Facebook or any social media platform that you use. Now imagine having friends that would have been able to connect you with the right people that need to hear what you have to say. But because your video is not good, they don't feel that it represents them well, okay? Have you ever felt like that? That you see that your friend actually is doing something really great, but you just don't like the quality and it doesn't reflect your type of quality. And so because of that, you don't share it, right? We want to stop that. Okay, we want to make it easy for people to be able to proudly share what you're doing with their friends. Again, we're not trying to be influencers. What we want is just for the ideal person that you did the video for to hear it, right? So once you begin to do your video in a way that people will take you seriously, even your own confidence spikes, okay? Because you're proud of what you're doing. You're proud of it. You see it. It looks really good. Also, once your message, remember this is where I started, once your message is also sharp, that you're not going round and round in circle, you feel like you know exactly what you're saying, you're talking to the correct person that you need to talk to in your videos, you actually see that your confidence spikes and confidence converts. Okay, so it's really important that you take this seriously. Take your videos seriously. Take the video quality seriously so that you actually sparkle and shine in your videos. Now, it's not about sparkling and shining, but it's about attracting your ideal clients, not begging them to come to you, but actually attracting them to come to you. You're attracting them to, attacking, not attacking. Please don't attack. Okay, you're attracting them to come to you, and you're actually able to convert better. If you're not able to grab the attention of the people that need to hear what you have to say, then how are you going to be able to convert them? Because they're not going to wait to hear what you have to say. In a nutshell, today, there are a couple of things that I want you to do. Is I want you to work on assessing what your current setup is, okay, and seeing what are the goods and the bads, and then optimizing that setup, whether it's on the computer or any tool that you're using to set up your audio, your studio, your video, your sound, your quality, your picture, your everything, equipment, okay, using the right equipment, and then the way you show up consistently. Remember, it is all about practice. Now, practice in a good way is you're developing the skills that would make your videos get better every time without much effort. Like I was telling you about Sarah. Sarah now just goes live and she just goes because she knows that her setup is good. She doesn't need to make any adjustments. I want that to be like that for you. And this is the reason why I created that 5-minute studio framework, so that, once you're in your system and you're sharing your message, the quality is actually very good. Just look at what your videos look like, compare it with the way you would love it to look in a way that would grab the attention of your ideal client, and just go do those kind of videos. Now, if you want help and you want me to do this with you, I will be very glad to send you, or one of my team members also could do that, send you a link to one of the video audit sessions, okay, where we're going to audit your studio, and your tech setup, and we help you optimize, okay, so that you can have better quality. But if you're considering, can I just even join the program so I don't just pay for audits? I get everything, okay? I get access to the group, I get access to support weekly. That I would definitely love to connect with you. Don't forget to put any questions that you have with regards to this in the comments, and I'm going to come back and answer them. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye now.